Sagittarius, you have a lot of new energy coming into your life. I see new people coming into your life. I also kind of see someone from your past or like a job situation from your past paying attention to you right now, possibly trying to see how it is that you're doing. So don't be surprised if someone from your past just checks you out here, Sagittarius. But I see a lot of things coming into your life right now, Sagittarius, that's really going to be serving you for the long run. Right? I feel like you're going to be getting into solid connections that are going to be part of your life for a long term. I see job opportunities, whatever, with that Page of Cups here that I see for you right now. I see just overall really solid things, positive things happening in your life that are not going to just be fleeting. All right. It's going to be something of substance. And I feel like it's the key word that I feel like you've been craving for a while now, Sagittarius, is that you're really craving to have some substance in your life with people you interact with, as well as how you make your money. So my name is SimplyVelca, Sagittarius. Howdy, darling. If my tarot readings are different from others, is that while yes, I'll talk about the positive things manifesting in your life, it serves you no purpose if you don't know how to get there. All right. And so my tarot readings like to provide a little bit of a blueprint, Sagittarius, about how you go from point A to point B. All right. And so I'll tell you about where your spiritual team wants you to put more energy into and what you might be needing to pull back from. All right. So if I'm the type of tarot reader that sounds good to you, darling, then let's just get started. All right. So in your current position right now, Sagittarius, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and then in your challenge position, you have the Seven of Cups. I feel as if for you, you are going to be in the coming days, Sagittarius, flooded with different options. Right now for you, I feel like you're hearing this message, Sagittarius, and you're like, yeah, Velka, no one's in my DMs. There's no options anywhere. I get like this, I'm seeing like this sense of like some of you guys are like putting out resumes or applications or messages, cold calling people. Like you're putting yourself out there and you're just not really getting as much response as you would think. All right. But I see in the coming days for you, Sagittarius, it's like a buildup. I don't know why, but I'm being shown like a beaver dam that's about to be like breaking in on itself. And then it's just like a huge energetic flow is going to be coming in. So it's like the sense of flooded opportunities for you. I feel like financially, but as well as socially for you. It's almost as if like a lot of people come in from the woodworks, like from out of nowhere in your life, from your past and from as well as like in your present, Sagittarius. You're just going to be noticing quite a lot of things hitting you up at once. So just be prepared for that. All right. Because I know right now for you in this Four of Swords, you have been making it a priority of just healing and trying to figure out like catching your breath enough for you to go to the next step. Because what you walked away from in the past here, Eight of Swords, seems to have been very constricting. I get like this message for you, Sagittarius, like whatever it was you were dealing with in the past, it was more so essential for you to survive rather than for you to thrive. Right? This could have been like a relationship that kind of turned sour for you. Could be a job at one point in time in your past where it was just like you were working that job because you needed to pay the bills, not because you liked doing it, type of thing, right? We all can relate to that, Sagittarius, I'm sure here. And so I feel like for you, your next destination here, Sagittarius, is learning when to put down your sword. Queen of Swords coming in here, and the possibility for you is that, well, yes, Sagittarius, I can understand just because the life that you have lived up until this point, this Queen of Swords served to be extremely valuable in your life. You needed this Queen of Swords to protect you, to be able to ask for a higher offer when you deserved more, right? And so I feel like what's going to be coming forward to you in the coming days, Hierophant energy. All right. This is the energy of like the long term, the card of like marriage and devotion. And so I'm not saying you're going to be getting married tomorrow, Sagittarius, but this is what's going to be coming forward to you, knocking on your door in the coming days. But if you are the Queen of Swords, Sagittarius, when you answer that door, then just nothing will be able to come through. And so I get like this message here where it's like, well, yes, you can put down your sword, Sagittarius. You can make it so people can reach out to you type of thing, or you'll be open to things, but that doesn't mean that you'll like a floor mat. And I feel like that's something that you've really upgraded from in your past. And so that's why it's such a touchy subject for you right now, Sagittarius, is that you're really wanting to make sure that you don't ever fall back onto a lesser empowered version of yourself, Sagittarius, if that makes sense. I'm trying to put this into words. And so I was talking about all this new energy, Sagittarius. And so I was saving these last four cards, the best for last, essentially here. So you'll see here in a moment here, Saggy, in your current power position, you have the Page of Cups. Now, The Page of Cups, Sagittarius, represents new people as well as opportunities coming into your life. All right, that's literally what the cups represents. And usually, the Page of Cups has some type of spiritual significance where the spiritual hand is handing it to you. So it's like your spiritual team handing something to you, handing an opportunity to you, getting your path connected with somebody that you would identify as like part of your soul tribe or like a soulmate or twin flame. I don't like to get lost on terminologies. Just someone overall, Sagittarius, that you feel really nostalgic towards, right? And then in your current situation right now, you have this Page of Swords. Now, Sagittarius, this is why I was saying at the beginning of your video here, of where it's like, I get some like people from your past, maybe past jobs, past relationships and stuff like that, is paying attention to you. In a social way, Sagittarius, you would see the Page of Swords as somebody who is paying attention to you, like watching your social media, but not really putting themselves out there fully to communicate. The Page of Swords is like a card of just unrefined communication. But also, I get this sense for you, Sagittarius, because in the coming days, hopes and fears, Page of Wands. So this is your third page. You've got every single page besides the Page of Pentacles here, Sagittarius. So Page overall in general just represents new energy. So that's why I was saying, like, there's a lot of new stuff coming forward to you, even though right now for you, Sagittarius, you might be feeling like you're going through a dry spell of some type. I promise you that's not going to be lasting too much longer, darling. Okay, I promise you that. You have a lot of new energy from every type of facet here. Now, I will be saying when it comes to your financial situation here, Sagittarius, I feel like I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Like, we didn't really get too much pentacle energy here. I feel like this is more so like your financial situation is going to kind of stay the same, but it's through whatever opportunities that are coming up for you in the coming days. It has the potential to be something really positive. Does that make sense, darling? Right? And so overall, Sagittarius, like I see if you were to start putting yourself out there more, again, maybe you are putting, I was saying how I saw like resumes and applications and emails and stuff like that. I feel like if you were to be the Queen of Swords, you can be protective of your heart, but still stick your neck out a little bit, take a chance, be like, you know what? Let me reach out and apply to this one place here, see what happens, type of thing here, where it's like, if you're at peace with whatever response you get, type of thing, right? If they say yes, then fantastic. If they say no, you didn't really go from where you were from the past anyways, right? So moving on from that, the last thing I want to be saying for this before I save the best card for last type of thing, darling, is that Sagittarius, the reason why I bring up like these past situations where it's like I do see like this sense of like someone or maybe multiple people from your past are like currently thinking about you, and like some of those people, that Page of Swords energy is going to develop to be something that they actually take action on. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for everybody here, all right? It's just with human will, human free will, darling. Some people take action, some people don't, so it's very much so up in the air. But I will be saying for you, Sagittarius, that I'm not going to inherently, because I don't believe something's inherently good or bad for you. I just feel like, because I do feel like it's very situational, what I will be telling you is that with this situation here, don't feel tempted to bring something out from your past or accept something, accepting like an old job, for example, or, or anything in that manner that you left in your past. Don't feel obligated to take it in your now, because you have a lot of new energy coming forward to you in your future here. All right. So that's why I was feeling a little bit worried that I needed to say something to you, Sagittarius, is that, yeah, it might sound like an enticing offer, especially if that past thing comes forward to you before all this new energy comes in for you, especially when you've been going through that dry spell. Right. And so the best for last card here in your outcome position is the Justice card. All right. I don't know if you guys were dealing with the law, perhaps, Sagittarius, that Libran energy, like maybe you were dealing with the law or taking a chance on something here. The Justice card is essentially saying like the scales leaning into your favor, Sagittarius, or you could be dealing with, due to all this sword energy here for Queen, 8, and then this Justice energy, like all this air energy, could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. But overall, like aside from that, darling, the justice to be working out on your in your favor here. This is very much so the sense of where it's like what you put energy into, it's going to work out for you. So while yes, you can be the Queen of Swords and be a little bit protective, you can You know, you can be a little less on guard when you have this deeper understanding that the scales are currently blessing you. All right. That your spiritual team wouldn't allow something to come forward into your life if it was going to set you back. Does that make sense? And so you do have, when it comes to tarot readings, you kind of have to read in between the lines with the messages here. But it's essentially saying, just like your spiritual team is like, hey, we have your back right now. What we're presenting to you in the coming days in your life, right? We're not it's been like cleared. Basically, it's just like, if you want to put energy into it, you are able to. Again, I don't feel like tarot reading should ever tell you what you should be doing in your life, darling, right? It's something for food for thought type of thing. So let's get a couple more cards here, see any final thoughts. Four of Cups, Two of Wands coming in here, as well as the Six of Wands. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. All right. Definitely, I see, the Six of Wands, my favorite card, Sagittarius. That's my fame and fortune card. That's my success, victory. There's something that is in your life. If it's not right now in your life, with that page, all those page energies that we were talking about beforehand, Two of Wands is a card of contracts. Four of Cups here is like, don't miss an opportunity that your spiritual team is trying to hand to you. All right. Just due to your current environment, right? This is a person that has their arms crossed, eyes closed, because they're frustrated with their three empty cups, the current situation. When spirit hands a cup to you, you don't see that because of this. All right. So keep your eyes and ears open, darling. Your spiritual team is actively trying to help you out right now. Even if you're feeling alone right now, darling, you're anything but. So that's the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, Sagittarius. If you want further clarity in your life, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com, darling, if you want to book a one-on-one reading with me. And I'm going to be leaving a link to a spiritual newsletter that's free to join from my friend Minopond Tarot. You probably have heard of him. Check it out if you want to. I love the spiritual content that he provides. And yeah, I'll talk to you later, Sagittarius. Bye, darling.